This tiny bird's heart beats more than 1,000 times a minute. On a warm morning, a flash of color darts between the flowers, too fast for your eyes to hold. It hangs in the air as if suspended on an invisible thread, its wings dissolved into a blur. It is barely heavier than a coin, and yet it may be the most extreme animal alive. This is the hummingbird, a creature living right at the edge of what a body can survive. Inside that tiny chest, a heart is racing faster than in any other bird on Earth. It burns energy so quickly that it is never more than a few hours from starving to death. And every single night, just to stay alive, it does something that looks almost like dying. This is the story of the smallest, fiercest engine in the natural world. Hummingbirds live only in the Americas, from the icy tip of South America to the forests of Canada. There are around 360 species, and no two are quite alike. The smallest of them all, the bee hummingbird, is scarcely larger than an actual bee. It weighs less than 2 grams. You could post several of them with a single stamp. Their colors seem to glow, shifting from emerald to ruby as they turn in the light. But those colors are a trick of physics, not paint. Their feathers carry no red or green pigment at all. Instead, microscopic structures bend and split the light, scattering it into pure, shifting color. It is the same effect that makes a soap bubble shimmer, a living jewel built out of light itself. To really understand the hummingbird, you have to understand how it flies. Almost every other bird flaps its wings up and down to push itself forward through the air. The hummingbird does something no other bird can truly do. It hovers perfectly still, in mid-air. Its wings do not simply flap, they trace a rapid figure of 8, like a swimmer treading water. This lets it draw lift from both the forward stroke and the backward stroke, so it can hang motionless at a flower, rise straight up, and even fly backwards. It is the only bird on Earth that can fly in reverse, and one of the very few that can fly upside down. And it does all of this at a speed that borders on the impossible. A hummingbird's wings can beat around 50 times every second. In the smallest species, that climbs to 80 beats a second or more. That is why we usually hear them before we see them, the hum that gives them their name. To hold itself in the air like this, its body is pushed to a level of effort almost nothing else can match. All that motion demands a truly staggering amount of fuel. Gram for gram, the hummingbird has one of the highest metabolisms of any animal on the planet. In flight, its heart can beat more than 1,000 times a minute, sometimes past 1,200. It breathes hundreds of times a minute, its whole body running like an engine at full throttle. To feed that engine, it drinks nectar, nature's purest sugar, almost without stopping. A single hummingbird may visit 1,000 flowers or more in one day. Each day, it can drink close to its own body weight in nectar. Its tongue is a marvel in itself, forked at the tip and faster than the eye can follow. It flicks in and out more than a dozen times a second, working like a tiny pump to draw the nectar up. But nectar is only fuel, not food for protein. It also snatches tiny insects out of the air. And even so, this furnace of a body is never far from running out. A hummingbird is often just a few hours away from starvation, which raises a problem every hummingbird has to solve the night. In darkness, there are no flowers to feed from and no way at all to refuel. A body burning this hot could never survive until morning on its normal setting. So the hummingbird does something extraordinary. It powers itself down. It slips into a deep sleep-like state called torpor. Its heart rate can crash from over 1,000 beats a minute to as few as 50. Its body temperature falls until it is nearly as cold as the air around it. Its breathing slows so far that, to our eyes, it can look completely lifeless. A hummingbird in torpor may hang upside down from a twig, seemingly gone. And yet, as the sun returns, it slowly warms itself back to life and flies off to feed. Each night it walks the line between deep sleep and death, and each morning it steps back. For a life this demanding, a hummingbird cannot afford to waste a single beat of its wings. So it carries a memory far sharper than its size would ever suggest. It can remember every flower in its territory, which ones it has emptied, and how long each takes to refill. It returns to each bloom at just the right moment, rarely wasting effort on an empty one. Its eyes, too, see a world far richer than ours, catching colors beyond the reach of human sight. To a hummingbird, a meadow is a glowing map of food, painted in colors we will never see. And for all its fragility, this tiny creature is capable of astonishing journeys. Some hummingbirds migrate thousands of miles between their summer and their winter homes. One kind flies nonstop across the Gulf of Mexico, hundreds of miles of open water, without a single rest. To prepare, it nearly doubles its weight in fat, then burns almost every ounce of it over the waves. That such a delicate spark of life can cross an entire ocean is one of nature's quiet miracles. So the next time a hummingbird pauses at a flower and vanishes in a blur, look a little closer. In that fleeting jewel is a heart that burns like fire, a nightly brush with death, and the courage to cross a sea. It is proof that some of the mightiest lives on earth come in the very smallest of forms. Follow Worth Knowing for more things worth knowing.